Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I make videos about interview preparation, HR questions, and how I got selected for the major IT companies. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. So, recently I got the opportunity to intern at Geeks for Geeks as a technical content engineer intern. I'm sure that most of us know about this company. It's a very well known website for all the content, technical content, and for all the placement purposes, mostly used by engineers. So I'll be sharing my experience and like how I got the opportunity to intern there. First of all, we all know that internships are very important. Not only they can, help you improve your skills and add on to your experience, we can also, add some columns on our resume due to that, and they help us earn some extra pocket money while studying in college for our various other activities. So it's my personal advice, to always go and look out for opportunities, especially in internships, because they can always prove to be beneficial. And in some companies, they even offer you a PPO. So what's better if you get a full time also in those companies? So as for Geeks, I interned there as a technical engineer intern. As for the procedure, I had just two interviews. One was the technical interview and another was the HR interview. First of all, let me, start by telling you like how you can apply at Geeks for Geeks. It's a general thing, like whenever you wish to, be a part of any company or you wish to apply for a career there, you can always go and visit their careers website. You can write the name of the company and then careers, and it shows the various opportunities that are available there at that time. So for Geeks, you can type just Geeks for Geeks at careers, and the website will open. There, like you can see on the screen. So you can always, use the job filters, like you want an internship or a part-time opportunity or a full-time opportunity, and like specifically what department are you looking for. So as you can see on the screen, a lot of opportunities are available, like a course counselor, digital marketing, test automation, Android developer, course mentor, and the opportunities like technical content writer and technical content engineer interns. So as you can see, it's for like it ranges from 6 to 12 months, and it's mostly for people who are currently in the computer science or IT streams. You can click on the apply now button, and it would redirect you to a Google form, a very basic Google form, wherein you can fill out your details and you can attach your resume and send it to them. Also, if suppose you don't get a call from there just by filling this, you can always go on LinkedIn and find the HRs at Geeks for Geeks or any of the staff from technical content team, and you can message them on LinkedIn. You can send them your resumes. I think they are always looking out for interns, and they would be happy to accept your application if you think that you are a suitable candidate. So before starting mentioning about the interview procedure, let me mention a few important points, which is I think general for any type of interviews. Whenever you're participating in any interview procedure, always try and focus your skills on the requirements of the company. Like for any other placements also, we can always mention about our development skills, but here the opportunity was of a technical content writer, so the content is also an essential part of this internship. So it was important that I mention about my language part, like my communication part or my content writing part. So for that, you can always mention things that you did in that particular domain alongside your college. Like you can mention about societies that you helped in writing the write-ups or designing the posters. You can always mention about your co-curricular activities, like for example, I had an experience of working at an NGO as a content writer itself, so I mentioned that also. And one thing that I think really helped me was that I also had an experience of working as a content writer, technical content writer, at one other website also previously before Geeks for Geeks. So it worked out well for me because through that I could prove that yes, I have an experience of writing articles in C++ domain, and I can do that for GFG also. So yeah. as for the interviews, there were 2 rounds, like I mentioned earlier. Like, as for the technical interview, there were like 2 separate interviews were conducted, but they were very similar to each other. Just the interviews were taken by the content engineers at Geeks for Geeks itself. So first of all, like when I joined the meeting, the panelist, he asked me to introduce myself. He took my basic introduction. Again, an important point: learn to drive your interviews in the right direction. So like I mentioned earlier, I majorly focused on my language skills, like my content skills and my C++ skills, because I knew that they were looking for a candidate who can write articles in C++. So why will I go and mention things that are not relevant for my profile? I mentioned the things that were relevant to that particular person, and like what he was seeking for. So I mentioned all of these qualities, and then he discussed the various domains I have an experience of working in. Like, I am a web developer, and as for my language, coding language, I use C++. So I mentioned those to him. Then he started a discussion on CPP. He asked me very basic questions. You can, for this, always go and you can, study any interview questions from any of the major websites in CPP or any language that you prefer. So he asked me like difference between structures and classes in C++. He asked me OOPS concepts. I think OOPS are something that I have been asked in each and every interview, no matter what profile I have applied for. So it's like the backbone of C++. So it's a must. If you are working in C++, have a good command of OOPS concepts. Then he asked me about the similarities between Java and C++. And also there's one thing that C++ is a partially object-oriented language. So he asked me like why it is so. And there's one thing, even if you don't know the answers to some questions, you can always state out the things that you know about that particular topic, and you can always use like I'm not very sure, but yes, I would definitely look into it after this interview. Or if you can ask the interviewer to answer that question, and you can say that thank you for informing me, now I'll keep this in my mind. Say things like that. Don't just go out and give wrong answers or completely ignore the question. Okay, then he asked me about operator overloading and what is the difference between constructors and destructors, and what are their benefits, and like what are they used for. He asked me like what is the difference between reference and pointers, and what are their applications, and what are inline functions. After this basic discussion about CPP, he gave me a task. He wanted to see like how well I can compose an article. So he gave me some random topic based on CPP, and he asked me like I have 5 minutes and I can do a quick internet research, and I can pick out the subheadings for that particular topic that I would try and include in my article. And I can mention like my basic layout or the flow chart of the article. So he gave me, I went on Google and I did my basic research, and I gave out some subtopics to him. He discussed those with me, and I think he was satisfied with it. So then he asked me why like all my previous internship questions, like why where I had worked and why did I leave it. Also, one important thing, it's okay if you have done a internship before in this particular domain and now you're leaving it and you're pursuing and going to some other internship. It's very basic that the interview will ask you, why are you leaving that internship and coming here. So for that, it's like, why do you want to join this company? So always have those questions in your mind and answers to that. Because I mentioned, for example, for Geeks, I mentioned that it's one of the most renowned websites for placement preparation, and I personally prepared for my placements through here itself. So I think it would be a great opportunity if I get to be a part of the team now. Like, I have been a customer to this website, now I want to be a part of the team. Also, I have read a lot of experiences of people who are working here, or you can mention somebody's example and you can say that I think the working environment here is great and you would love to be a part of the team. And also some important points that particular internship is all the company is offering to you. For example, this was an in-office internship, so I mentioned that I am willing to work in office and I want to experience that also, since during this COVID times I had the opportunity to work from home itself. Now I want to go to office and work from there also. So you can mention that also. And then he was satisfied, I think, with the answer. Then he asked me a few web development questions also, although they were not looking for somebody in web development, but then also he asked me some about what all frameworks I knew about and some various basic tags. After this, I think the next day itself, I had my HI interview. It was not a typical HI interview. He just wanted to give out some basic information to me, like about the duration of the internship, that it was for 6 months, and he mentioned that if I perform well there, then I can also get a full-time opportunity. He mentioned the in-office hours, like the amount of hours I'm supposed to work in a week and the number of days I'm supposed to come to the office, like the content team is supposed to report to the office. And he gave, like, asked for my various other details, like my Aadhaar card, PAN card, other details, like, and he mentioned that he'll be sending out the offer letter to me within a week. Also, there was one very important requirement, that was an NOC from my college. So this is how I got the internship at GFG. And as for the benefits, there are, I think it's a very good, place to work. They give out free gifts to you, like I got a bag and a t-shirt in the very beginning itself. And throughout the months also, like they give out based on any of the festivals or anything, they give out gifts, keep on giving something to you. Besides that, if I talk about the actual benefits, they are willing to give you a full-time opportunity. And if you see yourself working in the content team in the future, like you have that inside you to write articles and you'll find it interesting, you can always grab that opportunity. Also, they offer a good stipend. So if you think that you have that, you have the time and you want to explore this opportunity, you can always go and apply at Geeks for Geeks. So, for any pro tip for this internship or this opportunity, first of all, is that go and apply. And even if you're not, getting any mail or anything in return, you can always go on LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is such a great platform to connect to people. And also, you can anytime message the managers or the HRs there. Also, there's one provision, I think, that you can write some articles. There's this contribute.geeksforgeeks at org, so you can write articles there, and if they find your articles good, they can offer you an internship opportunity from there also. That's also a way out. And also, one thing, do this internship if you're genuinely interested in writing articles. It's not an easy task, but it's not difficult also. But if you genuinely have an interest, then only pursue this particular profile. Else, there are a lot of profiles available also. You can always go and apply there also. I hope I helped you through this video, and if you have any questions or any suggestions, you can always write them down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to help and read them. So thank you. Bye bye.